Hi guys, and welcome back to this week's vlog. I know I'm still at home. I have got an update with my ankle. I've been to the hospital last week, but I'm planning on maybe vlogging tomorrow. So I feel like I'll insert in that because today's vlog has kind of got nothing to do with me, sort of thing. Well, it has, but not really. But it is good news, so that's positive for the next vlog. But this is to do with horses, this vlog, but nothing to do with my own horses, but they're all good. So as you guys know, recently, back in March, I started a new job, which is to do with horses. It's literally like my dream job, and it feels surreal to say it's even my job because it doesn't even feel like a job, and I can't believe I do it as a job. But obviously, with my whole ankle situation, I haven't been able to work for the last 8 weeks, which has just been an absolute nightmare, to be honest. I honestly miss work so much. I miss, like, my boss. I miss, like, the horses. Like, I just miss it all so much. And my boss has been absolutely amazing with the whole situation of me having to be off work and things. I just can't thank her enough, to be honest. She's just been brilliant. And she messages me every single day, sends me photos of the horses, what they've been getting up to, which is just amazing. I love seeing that and being sent photos of the horses because I do miss the horses so much. You know, they were a big part of my life. I saw them every single day. I'd be riding them every single day. You know, I treated them and rode them as if they were my own horses. Like, I love them so much, you know, and it's just so nice to see them galloping across the beach and jumping, and yeah, they've been show jumping. And you know, as much as I do love seeing it, it's almost like if I wasn't in this situation, I would be doing it all with them. I would be galloping one of them across the beach. I'd be going off show jumping with them. Like, I'd be doing it all, and that has been hard, I'm not gonna lie, especially when I'm sat home here. And I think it's even harder because yes, I've got a bad ankle, but there's nothing actually wrong with me. I'm not ill. I feel fit and well to go and do all of that stuff. It's just being one-legged that's stopping me from doing it all, which is even more frustrating. Because you know, when you're like poorly, when I had my bad tonsillitis back along, I was generally so poorly that I couldn't care about the world outside. Like, all I wanted to do was sleep. Like, I literally couldn't care about anything. So I was fine, and I was only like it for a week. This being 8 weeks and me being fine and being fit and well and up to doing all of the stuff and wanting to do it, but just being one-legged where I can't. So yeah. Anyway, so my job, if you guys don't know, is exercising the horses. So I work Monday to Friday, and some days I ride both of them, some days I only ride one of them because my boss might ride the other one with me, or the other person that I work alongside might ride the other one with me and we'll do it together. Or if they're really busy, I'll ride them both on my own. So it's hacking them out, taking them to the beach for gallops, getting their fitness up, going cross-country schooling, going like using the school, like schooling them, basically doing all the stuff. Also my job is to go off because her plan is to go off to all the events with her, any shows that she's got planned, any arena hires or anything. I go off with her, help her out, groom, ride, do it all basically. And just before my injury, I went to a dressage competition with them and groomed for them, which I absolutely love doing. It was my first time doing anything like that. And then I've been cross-country schooling with them, which I absolutely loved as well. And literally a week later, I'd done my ankle. I've missed out going up the gallops with the horses. Like, I've missed out a lot by being off work, which is really frustrating. But yeah, absolutely love my job. That is my job basically. And my job, and also to, like, when she goes off eventing, it's gonna be like stairways and things. I go off and stay away with them, get the horses ready, groom for her. You know, that is, yeah, don't know why I keep saying that is my job, but that is what I do basically, if you didn't know. And a few weeks back, I had a message from her to say she was going eventing, and she said, you're more than welcome to come. Don't expect you to do anything, but just come for the day out, see us, sort of thing. I was like, yeah, definitely up for that. But so I was going, and then things sort of changed, and I ended up not going, which I was really gutted about because I was looking forward to it. But when I actually look back, I'm so pleased I didn't go. She said to me, look, I'm going to another event in 2 weeks. You can come to that. So I was like, yeah, perfect. So that leads me to the weekend just gone. I went eventing. Honestly, had the best time ever. We took both the horses, and I was in so much of a better situation because 2 weeks prior, I couldn't wait there at all. This kind of hint of where I'm at with my little rehab. But it had changed where I could do more things. It was easy access to more things and stuff. It just made life so much easier for me this time rather than last time. So my mum dropped me off and took my sleeping bag and everything, went off in the lorry, and where we were going was Swalcliffe, which is about 4.5 hours really. It's not like really close, but my boss will travel literally anywhere. And it meant we was obviously staying away because we didn't want to travel up and travel back all in the same day as well as going eventing. It's not really fair on the horses when it's such a, you know, lot of work for them going around the cross country course and things. So we arranged somewhere to keep the horses because there was no stables on where the event actually is. And we stayed at a lovely yard with the horses. They had really good facilities, beautiful school and things. Got the horses ready, bathed them, plaited them. I helped out as much as I could do. And then we went and walked the cross country course. I didn't walk the cross country course because I wouldn't be able to. But yeah, I went and saw the cross country course, got shown photos, it looked really nice. And then went back to stables. And then all three of us was meant to be staying in the lorry, but there was a massive heat wave. It was 30 degrees up there. It was so hot in the lorry. The three of us sleeping in the lorry, it would have been boiling because there was no breeze, no nothing. We had all the windows open all the way through the lorry. It was just so hot. So my boss said, she's going to go and stay in a hotel, and then there'll just be the two of us in the lorry, so it's not so many of us. But then my boss said, you can come to the hotel with me as well. And I was like, oh no, I feel bad because of the other person, leaving them in the lorry. But they said, no, it's fine, you go. It'll be better for my ankle as well. So I had luxury, basically. And me and my boss went off and stayed in a hotel, got a takeaway, and it was really nice. Had a nice cool shower, had a fan in our room, while the poor old other person was in the lorry. But he did say that it was actually really cool. Once, like, it was hot to start off with, but he sat outside and then it cooled right down, and then it was fine for him and he slept fine. And then we come back the next morning, finished getting the horses ready, and then drove to the event, which was about 20 minutes away, and led us on to our dressage, which was Bernie, and he done a really decent dressage, and I took videos, so I'm going to insert the videos basically, and I'll talk about his dressage and the show jumping and everything with them through the videos. So first of all, I thought I'd show you from the Friday. So we gave the horses the bath the night before when we was at the place, and that's Artie pulling faces. So that's Bernie, and then that's Artie, and we plaited them but just had to roll in the morning. Now this is the next morning, Bernie's plait. They look very good, and then this is Artie all plaited and ready to leave. Now onto the dressage test, which is Bernie. He was first up. Now I haven't got the full dressage test because it's on my boss's phone. I only got a little clip on my phone, but he done a really nice test of 29. Was really happy with him. He took a lot of warming up and working in to get him going. He isn't an easy horse. He is a 3-star event horse, and many people might think, oh, you've just got to sit there and he looks pretty. That is not the case at all. He's the complete opposite. You really have to ride him and get him working. He's not an easy ride at all on the flat or jumping. And we have had a few complications with him just before I done my ankle, but we have overcome it with him. And this is basically his first event of the season, so I was really happy of getting a 29 of him, and my boss said that he was rideable as well. But yeah, it took a lot in the warm-up to get him like this, because in the warm-up he was not like this at all. But yeah, really pleased with him. Now this is Artie, who is literally just turned 6. He's a lovely boy. I'm not gonna lie, I have a real soft spot for him. I absolutely love Bernie, but Artie just reminds me in some little things of Dan, and he's got a face like Dan, and I'm not gonna lie, he is my favourite. But I do love Bernie, okay? But yeah, he is. I haven't told my boss he's my favourite though, because Bernie's like the special boy out of the two. But no, really happy with him. He done a lovely test, but he was marked very harshly. He got a 33.8, and he definitely deserved, well, that wasn't pretty there at all, chucking his head up in the air, but he did deserve a higher mark than a 33.8, that's for sure. But no, he done a really sweet test. And by the way, I don't think I've said, this is the BE90, so they both done the same dressage test. But yeah, no, my boss was really happy with him as well. I am allowed to say her little mistake. She rode with quite a long rein. She needed to have her reins a little bit shorter. She'd have them short and then she would just let them go. But that's something that I always get told off with as well. So yeah, we're quite similar with that. But no, he went really nicely. And honestly, I have really, really noticed a difference with Artie in the 8 weeks of me not being around him, because he used to break in canter on the right rein. I had to think then, yeah, the right rein. He couldn't do a whole circuit in, like, the whole school in canter. He would break into trot. And he has really, really strengthened up. Like, I can really notice it, like, even more so because obviously I haven't seen him in a while. So yeah, that day really did show me how much he's, like, strengthened up, and yeah, he's improved so much. So I really cannot wait to get back on him and actually feel it for myself, because yeah, he's one very, very special horse, and I think I've got a feeling that he's going to go far in his eventing, because he's just such an honest horse and just so willing to learn, and is a quick learner, and he just absolutely enjoys his ridden work. He loves it so much, and he's just a different horse after he's been ridden, which reminds me so much of Dan. So yeah, he's going to be one to look out for in the future. This is only my boss's second time doing an event on him. And they are a new partnership. I mean, Artie come literally as soon as I started the job, but she's been out in Africa. So when he first come, I was like the only person that had ridden him, like basically the most out of my boss. But obviously in the last 8 weeks, she's been riding him regularly and been training him and things like that. So yeah, but they are a very, very new partnership. So they're still getting to know each other. But no, he's definitely one to look out for in the future. I'm really, really excited to see what they both get up to. And I just feel incredibly lucky to be able to ride him. Ride both of them. And it is just amazing. But no, really, really happy with how he done his test. My boss was really thrilled as well. And the person we work alongside teaches us both basically, which is amazing. So yeah, his halt wasn't very good. He like leg yield into halt, and he was square but not straight. So that was a little bit annoying, but very happy. So then it was show jumping with Artie. It was literally change the dressage saddle into the jump and got on with it. So this was really, really unfortunate. We had the first pole down, which was really annoying. Show jumping is definitely the weakest part, but he jumped that nicely. There was a lot of relative distance in this course, so we really needed to sit up at the jumps and get a good canter with him. But no, he jumped that really, really nicely as well. And again, this you had to sit up. It was a relative distance, but no, he jumped it really, really nicely. And then this was a relative distance on a slope, so my boss really had to sit up. And I honestly thought he was going to get the pole down on this double, but he didn't. He impressed me and jumped it lovely. He's such a smart boy, but he has got a thing. As he's got stronger, he puts his head down, which is really not a good thing. So since me being off work, he has been put into a grackle. But yeah, he's such a lovely jumper. He makes such a nice shape over the fence. And he jumped that one nicely. And then another relative distance to the final fence, which was just a really, really unlucky pole. But they only classed it as 4 faults, even though he had the first fence down. I don't think the judges saw, so we're not going to complain. Straight on to Burnley show jumping now. Honestly, it was just go, go, go this day with the both of them. So, like I said, Bernie is a free start. He knows what he's doing, but he is not easy. He's not a straightforward horse. He come over this first fence really nicely, and then again with this relative distance. Now, Bernie hasn't been evented since last season, and last season didn't go to plan with my boss, but he was just didn't get the canter together. She needed to be more forward, and it was just a miscommunication, and they unfortunately had a stop. Now, Bernie is not a stopper at all. He never puts the brakes on, but that was just my boss just kind of deflated the canter, and then she needed to make him more forward, and then it was just a miscommunication between the two of them. So it was a little bit frustrating, but yeah, we have had some complications with Bernie, so we've been getting that sorted. So this day was to just basically get around the event and not have the same thing that happened last time, basically. So he absolutely flew this double. Honestly, he looked amazing going over that. And, you know, after that refusal, my boss got it together. She won't mind me saying this. And, yeah, she meant business, had that unfortunate pole. And there was no miscommunication after that one. And, yeah, they jumped the rest of the course really nicely. But we did decide to withdraw for the cross country. We just decided to save his legs for another day, basically. But no, was really happy with him, even with that stop. Straight onto the cross country with Mr. Artie Kings, who absolutely smashed it coming out the start box over the first two. Now, it was really nice because the first two fences were nice and small, so it like eased you into it. But then all of a sudden you got to fence 3 and it got bigger. Now, obviously, because of my ankle, I couldn't walk around the whole course, so I haven't got really any footage of the cross country. I just saw them go out the start box and then come back home. Then there was this little combination. Down this little slope and then over like a brush fence, which was done really well, Artie bossing it. And then these were the last two fences before coming home. Honestly, Swalcliffe done an amazing job with the ground. It was like walking on cotton wool, the whole, like the show jumping course, the dressage and the cross country. It was amazing. And the team worked so hard. They had fans for the horses once you finished to untack and help us to wash down the horses for you. It was incredible. Now, what's a coincidence that Megan Elphick was parked behind us, and then this was her on Marge for the dressage. So that is a wrap for the eventing with my work. I honestly loved it so much. It'll be so much better though when I go next time, because I should be fully recovered and on 2 feet and be able to do so much more. But like I said, I'd done as much as I could do. I didn't just like stand around. I had such a good time. It was so nice to see the horses and actually watch them on the course. Well, obviously we didn't take Bernie on the course, but like Artie, and it was nice to see my boss again. And yeah, it was just such a fun weekend and really relaxed as well. So yeah, after the cross country we packed up, had some food, and then made our way home. It was a really long day, but really enjoyed it, and it was really nice to go and kind of see how the eventing works, because I've never been to a British event before, or like an affiliated event. I've never even been eventing. I know how eventing works in the sense of dressage, show jumping and cross country, but never actually been to it to like see it or do it myself sort of thing. So it's kind of good that when I do go back to work like normal, and you know, when we go to the next event I will be actually working there, I kind of know how it all works and how it's all set out sort of thing, so I can just get on with it. But no, it was really good. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. It's a little bit of a different vlog, but I did mention like when I started the vlog that when I first told you guys that I got this job, that if I can I'll try and film some footage, and I'm more like I was more likely to get more footage me not working, because obviously the next time I go and do it, which won't be till September now because my boss has gone back to Africa, I'll obviously be working, so I'll be like so busy concentrating sort of thing. But yeah, I can't believe I can call this my job. It honestly feels surreal, and yeah, I'm just so grateful to my boss. Many bosses would let you still come even though you couldn't really do a lot, and I am crippled basically. Not many bosses would let you do that because they'd think you'd be a hindrance. So I'm so grateful that she let me still come, because I did have the best time, and I think I do have one of the best bosses to work for, to be honest. So I'm incredibly lucky, and just love the horses so much. So I hope you guys are all well. Don't know what the next vlog will be, but stay tuned, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.